ENG, Nick.
Maybe I go straight on to this, or I think I want to make a loop first.
Oh, that's just so
Just to get my gears going.
oh, hey, miss.
Let's start out with beatmaker.
How's it going?
Oh yeah, still need to sound check.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got groceries coming. It says between, well, I'm number 7 and they've just delivered to number 1, so I'll have to
trying to filter out background noise.
Stream elements. Project Symbiote is now live. Streaming just chatting. Project Symbiote TV. 頂號412 ENG. Chillout Lounge. Fruity Loops. Astra Splice.
Yeah, no worries. Where's Wolf, miss? How'd it go?
Mic check.
See that, yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can I hear me?
From him hopping up on you, or?
Still seems to be picking up background.
Right.
River. Threshold. 3. Looks like it's picking up my voice now. It's constantly on, that's not good. It needs to be around -23. it like this for now. Do another sound check eventually, but when I get started. Let's do another lo-fi. Switch this out for something maybe. It's not guitar. There. Let's try these two. Drag it. Oh yeah, I need Splice for this. Where's the other? Without the box. I can actually. What is going on?
Take out. How you doing? Good, thanks.
What about this one? capture it in a channel.
I did that here for me and never turned up.
It's so low though. Instead. Randomizer on kick. This is here's gamble. Oh, this is sub kick shit. Can I undo somehow? What's this one on?
As quickly as I can.
All right. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
Astra.
Mm. It's boiling here. It's absolutely boiling. It's not as bad today, but it was boiling yesterday here. It's saying it's on and off right here is 21 degrees. It doesn't feel as warm as that. Well, it says it's rating on and off, but it isn't. Not here at least. But it's supposed to from about 6, according to the other app. Each app is different. Yeah, true. We had planned to, but we just chatted. You know, you get carried away with it. How it goes. Love it. Which one should we use for, well, because if we move it to 3, it will steal from anyone who's built around 11, 9, 10, 8, or 4. So it needs to be lower. Yeah, I would say. It could.
Yeah. Should set up something else for the atmosphere. Or
Should we choose 4 maybe? No, 4 comes up a lot. Well, it depends, doesn't it? We could put it on the mountain 3. That might be better. Right. Oh, sorry, bummer. Your two segments near each other, though. You can put one on one side of the map. Yeah. Which one? Is it this one? No, it's not. I think it only gives you 3 seconds or whatever, but you still have to confirm at the end. I'm not sure if... in the top right corner. No. In the top left, sorry. Yeah, we can just put it on 10 then.
Just here without the releasing.
ridiculous. Yeah. I do not. I'm not buying any brick. Miss might. That's the stairway. I think that's what you mean. Stairway going down. Yeah, that's the stairway. With the flower,
like
holding downstairs.
fix.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're gone.
Is this one? Because everything that's going wrong, we all have to deal with one contact. Getting everything stuff. And it wasn't actually them that made us lose power, Mom. Apparently it happened all over the area, and the company, and it was them. Yeah. But what a stupid place to park it. I mean, cars can go anywhere except right by the drive-in. It's just ridiculous. Well, they're not the ones putting the asphalt down. They said, oh, what are you talking about? We're not doing the asphalt. And they've just left it. They're supposed to be putting stones around the edges. And they haven't done that. They've just left it there. It's been like that for 2 days. Well, I don't know. But too, and they're like, Maria, can you contact them and get them to move it? In the back garden, under the tree, and we can't get them out to use to get stuff. So, she said she tried bringing him. Anything on the limit here. Zero brick, that's what I need. Where? Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, sorry. If you scroll down further beneath all of our names, it says Troy Lee gets wheat and rock. Does anyone have rock? Okay. Wood. No, sorry, wood or sheep. Just checking out the different scales here.
Card then. Oh, sorry. Other side
bubble.
of the map.
Secret level thing.
Stuff, you might just leave it down at the bottom of the stairs. All around that digger. Both of ours now. On the house, yeah. Yeah, Maria did. There's no point if we can't get anything done and we're just moving junk from place to place. Because they're in the backyard.
There's still me over here, so.
See how that goes. So now I should trade. You need to go to a 3v1.
And add another one.
Phones.
Clean up first of all.
Whatever. It was one of the computer part things she said that came. It's the only one big enough for all of them to fit in. Otherwise, they're spilling out of it all. No. Yeah.
Somebody's blue.
Definitely.
March to me. It look yellow because of the node sequencer in Astra.
Which one? Bench?
Lemon lime.
Send to me. And then the thing.
Kind of need a follow-up to that effect, so let's continue browsing from the effects.
Gosh, love him, how sweet.
do that there. I just want to check something. Kind of cool, but it needs another follow-up.
What number are you again?
Nice and
Maybe
simple.
they just... mistyped it.
And
But it hasn't been delivered yet.
guess we can just make that as the intro. And then what? That's kind of dope, actually. Simulate. What's the original? Yeah, it's kind of close.
Eight seems to be Is it 5 for now? Or 3? It doesn't matter if you build around it after you moved it. I have a night card though, so I can move it back if it's needed. I don't think so.
And then
Me too. Me too. I never got a development card before. This is my first one and it's a night.
wish it was louder. Drag.
Oh, that's annoying. How annoying. Poor mom.
This should be here. Lord. So they'll pull outro though. Clear out the maker. Since this works.
I don't think you can get a wire PS4 controller. I think they're all wireless as far as I'm aware. You came up with.
Need to split it. I mean, why not? 3.
It's not.
Split by channel.
No, I said PS4 controllers work, but not PS3s. Mom's using them for the PC. That's all she wants it for.
That's decent.
4 mountains on the left for now.
Going on a little hard, maybe. Fairies. What's next?
I just did a maritime trade for 1 break. Yeah. I think that's how it was last time we played. We could not get brick. Wolfie, what a good boy.
Keep it simple.
They got a whip of Play-Doh. Still smell it. Weird.
Pleasure. Rhythm.
But Play-Doh. Like, I haven't played with Play-Doh since we were young. one roll 7, please. I got weak owl. I just went to trade it. I traded it for my field for break. Oh yeah, okay, now I can't build anything.
I'm gonna leave it, I think. Roughly around. Samples are downtown. And downtown it is. And then back to
Try and go up to the weed. If I get more weed, then I can use that 2 to 1 thing.
I just
No,
need my
wait,
water.
3 to
Be
1.
right back.
So you could do with going to
I'm
that
back.
3 to 1 or on the right side as well after you land on the brick. Yeah, you. I think I'll try, if it's okay, to head up to the 3 to 1 up in the top left corner, if that's all right. After I need to make that brick a city just so we can get some more brick. I think last time we played with Miss, we couldn't get one of them, either wheat in one of them or brick in one of them. No matter what we did, we just couldn't get enough.
Let's give it a listen.
It just wasn't rolling the right numbers.
While I have my coffee.
Oh, for God's sake. I'll move it up here.
Damn, I got 99 followers on the live now. Just one more.
Does anyone need wood? I have wood if you want one. I think Miss has more wood if she. Yeah, sure.
So I think I want to change this around a little. This
I haven't actually missed
box
a
ring.
6 being rolled. No, I just had to say it. Oh yeah, there was that other time where you just built the roll and it's like, oh, can't be the break otherwise. You might not be able to get it all the way up here because the lower 2 stairs are gone, so we might need it downstairs.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what would you like for a brick, or what do you want to trade for a brick mish? Well, I have 6 sheep, so I'd rather not that.
I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't wanna tweak too much on it.
Thank you.
Save. Oh shit. I meant to save
Okay, I'll
anyway.
save one for brick then.
Let me just check this one.
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I was gonna do.
Have a backup.
Yeah, get rid of one of the wheat then, or 2 of the wheat. Oh, he's coming up.
Looks like the same to me. And that's fine.
I'm safe for now. Someone's gonna roll something. I've got so many houses all over the place. I'm gonna get everything. So.
Let's see. 60 FPS.
Last time I brought it all the way up. How the delivery guy, how on earth there's only 2 boxes? But there's usually a lot more than that. We've ordered quite a bit. It is, but they're doing it instead of plastic bags.
Okay. Render started. Now we wait.
Well, they reuse the boxes. I forgot to put our previous boxes out, but if you leave them out, they'll take them because you pay for them, and then they'll give you your money back once you put them back.
What can we do meanwhile? Get the YouTube template
I'm surprised they don't let you give you the option to buy plastic bags if you need.
Nah.
I'm surprised that's
Need the
legal.
video
It's
for that.
illegal to give bags away here for free now. Brick?
You now in the soil again.
Oh, that's not bad.
Guess you could browse a little.
Does anyone need brick? Okay. Brick for... Are you not trying to save for a settlement or just a road?
More stuff from SK.
Or let's try that. Mom, do you have anything? Yeah, I can trade a sheep. Yeah. Yeah, look how many cards I have missed. Need to get rid of something. To go get the
Let's put it in. Like that too. That's cool. I want some food today. Huh? Oh.
dogs at least.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna let it render. It's 25% of the way. And get some stuff sorted in the kitchen. We're back. Looks like render is finished now. Can put on some chill lo-fi or jazz actually. Forgot all about no background.
He's probably gone out or coming because it might be raining. I'm not sure. Say hi. She heard the guy coming up the stairs.
Audio shake.
When I left the
One
groceries.
instead.
They're pretty good. They seem to know that not many people come in.
Instead of master. Should I say?
I am dead when she had this game. He stayed in the hallway here at the door. He was quite curious. It's just stayed down there. He never usually stays there. He's usually at the end of I did try and he was on the bed one time and I just freaked him out. So I just left it so that he can see me coming. And it just seemed, I mean, it's been a long time coming, but it's worked wonders for him. So. And also Mal. Yeah.
Stuck.
But it's so fun.
And now
so
we
much
wait
fun
again.
going on.
Put on some jazz then. Something I wanted to do while they were rendering. I guess we take a step back then.
Put it down at the bottom so we can see where it's coming from. Are the leaves the same? The leaves look like they're different shapes a little. I can't see it properly,
Let's see if I sections up.
yeah, the leaves are different, not just the color. Try and take it out. As it's not coming up from where the other thing is coming, it's unlikely that it's from the same seed. Yeah, but they don't usually come out of the soil like that.
What, you own Crash Bandicoot? When did you get Crash Bandicoot? Oh. Cool. Yeah, that looks fun. Oh, Cuphead.
How does that get there?
Delicious last course.
Must be from the fan.
Deal with the devil.
Because I swear I read somewhere, it was in the list of series that were ending this year. So that's why like Sloan, why after all that was finally happened and they have to take over it. You guys see that Sorry, Mom? No, with Ben. He was sitting in a train. You can't get what? Oh. If you use the one to get, excuse me, to get a person, a worker, then you should be able to get it, but you'll have no workers again after that. Yeah, with no powers. Yeah, but at least he had his arm.
Found it already.
Ben was sitting on a train in South Korea. Apparently, there was one of those square code things beside him on the train, and if you used it, it went to Poco's tattoo parlor, a website for it. But the Ben on the train wasn't the Ben that they came back with, so it appears that there's two Bens, so you would assume there's two Allisons and two everyone's. Because he had his hair down like the original Umbrella Ben, rather than up like the Swirl Ben.
Scusi.
So they think that that's how they'll bring Sloane back into it or whatever. And when Luther finds her, okay, it was mid-credits, so. Mm. Huh? 5. He is such a good flipping actor. I just cannot get over that. 5. Klaus is my favorite. I flipping love him. Yeah, the hippie, you know, who can see all the dead guys, yeah. I just love his personality. Mm. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm.
Has he risen? See a green light?
Yeah. He's an alien. It was revealed at the end of season 1 because it showed him leaving his planet. And, well, we watched them all from season 1, season 2, and then season 3 just now. So.
Steam remote. Awesome.
Electricity.
I think I'm gonna start cooking. Be right back. Oh, it's rendering. I'll just go pick up my food then.
Thank
No worries.
you.
Yep. No worries. Still, track is still rendering, so can't really get any further here by sitting still. 85. No. Yeah, 85. Okay, be right back. Finished. Let's upload. Actually, let me check it out first. Just briefly. Yeah, that's freaking dope. It looks like snowflakes. That's perfect, nice and simple. Don't know how I made it. Should be fog, but looks like snowflakes. Like from a full effect. Nope. Bored. Okay, we upload. Now it's on its way. Let's catch up on YouTube. I haven't seen YouTube videos in ages. Okay. Yesterday. Big problems at YouTube. Okay.
Wait! Did you?
Four o'clock.
Nei!
Come on, lad. Be careful.
Det store hverdagskuttet er her, og igjen kutter vi prisene på over 100 varer. Grunn nummer 1. Alltid lave priser.
Yesterday, a very popular YouTuber named Corey Kinshin posted an absolute bombshell of a video accusing YouTube of some awful things and explained the whole situation that led to the claims, and he does not hold back. The gloves were off and the chef's hat was on because he just started cooking their ass. Now, of course, it's not unusual for a YouTuber to make a video criticizing the platform. It happens every day because YouTube is a company that very, very rarely gets anything right. So it's constantly catching more shit than a Walmart toilet, and rightfully so. But even with hourly uploads of everything wrong with YouTube, the problems that Corey Kinshin highlights are some that I haven't ever really even seen discussed before. The video's titled YouTube, Racism and Favoritism, and it was actually the #1 trending video all day yesterday, and right now it's the #2, which means this is the front page of YouTube. This is the #1 video on YouTube, so I bet they're thrilled about that. Corey Kinshin has over 14 million subscribers, so this is a video that carries a lot of weight.
You guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the 3 options, YouTube.
It's a pretty aggressive intro, but he is rightfully upset about unfair treatment he's been experiencing. So, after going through what he's... gone through, he believes that there's only really 3 possible conclusions to draw from it, where it's either YouTube policy team playing favorites, members of the policy team being racist, or some combination of the two. Now, before getting into the specifics of the situation, I'd like to say I think most people have been aware of favoritism on YouTube for quite a while. You know, it's not exactly like the Krabby Patty secret formula. It's not hush hush. I think everyone has recognized that there is some level of favoritism on the platform. I mean, there's even that viral video from a few years ago where the CEO of YouTube said to Juice WRLD that they need to pump his numbers up, which indicates artificial growth. It means that they have at least some capability of boosting channels, whether that's through the algorithm and pushing it to more people, or just inflating it themselves for channels they deem worthwhile and good for business. And the inverse is likely true, where they can hide channels they think are problematic and bad for business. So favoritism is something that people have been loosely aware of for a long time. And also when it comes to, you know, mainstream media sources, like late night show hosts have much more leeway than an average YouTuber. They can say and do a lot of things that get normal YouTubers demonetized or age restricted or straight up striked. And that doesn't apply to the big boys in the scene. So favoritism is something I think most people know exists on YouTube. That's not like a conspiracy theory. However, the claims that Corey is about to make against the YouTube policy team in regards to racism are pretty interesting.
August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected.
This isn't the whole situation, it's just the beginning. I already want to talk about something in particular though, the appeal system. Corey mentions that after appealing he was denied, rejected pretty quickly. That's the norm. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've ever even heard about an appeal being overturned. That just never happens. The only time an appeal doesn't lead to rejection is when you make a trending hashtag about it on Twitter. You make a big hoopla on Twitter and then YouTube will go to your appeal and, you know, make it in your favor. But if you don't do that, if you don't stir up a shitstorm and start throwing sand in YouTube's face on Twitter, they won't bother. I'm very confident that there is no human being in the review process for appeals. In fact, I would wager my anal virginity that there is no human being that looks at appeals. And if I'm wrong, then I fully invite the YouTube policy head to come raw dog me. I am so fucking confident that there is no human being that looks at those appeals, because they always, almost always, end in rejection and standing with the initial decision, even when it's blatantly wrong. The algorithm makes mistakes, but the appeal is supposed to bring a human being into the equation to look at it, investigate the case, and decide whether or not it was an algorithmic error or a correct enforcement. And there are times where it was just outright incorrect, just outright wrong, and they will still stand with that decision. So I just don't think the appeal system works. That needs a drastic overhaul ASAP.
Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted.
Corey explains that after the appeal was rejected, he talked to his YouTube rep who speculated as to why they decided to enforce the age restriction, and he highlighted a potential problem with the ending of the game that was in his video. So Corey then went to other videos to try and find that exact same part, and he found it in one of Markiplier's videos, which wasn't age restricted yet had the exact same content that Corey's did. So he was left confused. Why is Markiplier's video okay, but his isn't? Now I want to immediately squash the argument I know a few people will make that Corey Kenshin might not be as advertiser friendly as Markiplier, which is why Markiplier is being favored by YouTube here. That just doesn't work, because Markiplier still says bad words. He'll say fuck and shit and damn, you know, he'll squeeze in some naughty words. Corey Kenshin is squeaky clean. He doesn't say any naughty words. He even censors bad words in the games that he plays in the videos. He is the more advertiser-friendly creator. So it's not just YouTube playing favorites for whoever's more advertiser and brand friendly. It's not the case, because if it was, Corey would be the winner there. So it definitely has to be something else at play for why they demonetized Corey and not Mark. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, you might remember I went through an almost identical situation a couple years ago. I made a video on a fake road rage incident and got an entire strike for it from YouTube, a policy guidelines strike from YouTube for it. And I found that exact same clip that I was talking about in one of Markiplier's videos that wasn't age restricted, demonetized, or anything. I was so angry, I was wiggling in rage. I was so upset, I couldn't sit still in my chair, so I made this video talking about it, and then I made a big stink on Twitter. And Markiplier actually came to my rescue, like a fucking hero of justice, a symbol, like Batman. He came in and said, fair is fair, where is my strike, YouTube? And YouTube responded, not by getting rid of my strike, but by striking Markiplier's video as well. So now both of us ended up with a strike, and Markiplier made a video talking about that, and eventually YouTube decided to rescind both strikes, saying that it was an overreaction to things and it was a mistake on their part. But obviously you can see the problem here. They're not enforcing their rules equally across the platform, and they're just not enforcing them properly at all. There was no reason that video should have ever resulted in a strike by any stretch of imagination. I can understand the algorithm having a bit of a oopsie, a little boo-boo there, and mistaking a fake comical road rage for a real incident, but the appeal process is supposed to come in there where a human being looks at it and within 3 seconds should be like, oh, this is clearly a joke. But that never happened because I don't believe humans actually review the content. I'm getting sidetracked. Point is, the rules aren't enforced appropriately or equally. So kind of similar situation, but not exactly the same as what Corey's been going through with YouTube here. However, I do find it interesting that Markiplier is present in both of these cases. I feel so bad for Markiplier. He's done nothing wrong. It just keeps getting dragged into these disputes here with YouTube.
So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence.
After being confronted with evidence, the policy team folds and gets rid of the age restriction on Corey's video, but he decides to press forward by trying to get an explanation for why it was okay for Markiplier and not okay for him. Why isn't it the same ruling, and why is it only now, after being confronted, that they decide to get rid of the age restriction after already denying his appeal?
Nå kommer Cengiz. Nå må vi
So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted.
Yeah, it's pure pandemonium and chaos at the YouTube policy headquarters now. They re-age restricted Corey's video and then slapped Markiplier with an age restriction as well. So they panicked, clearly. After being confronted and after Corey's email as well as the phone call he had with the YouTube rep, they obviously caught wind of what was happening. Corey Kenshin was wondering why he was being unfairly treated by the YouTube policy team. No one else got age restrictions, it was just him. So he pressed further, pressed harder, and the policy team reacted by bringing back the age restriction to him and Markiplier. So it's like, hey, no, look, everything's good now. Now everything's even, right? We enforce this equally across the creators, so we're good here, right? No, obviously. Corey is rightfully upset. He was treated unfairly. And since YouTube is so unbelievably shit at giving clear answers to anything, Corey can only speculate as to what happened here. And he draws the potential conclusion that maybe someone or some members of the YouTube policy team are racist. Maybe they targeted Corey because of the color of his skin. And it's not a far-fetched thing to think either. In fact, Ludwig, when he interviewed Susan, and Ludwig also made a Mogul Mail talking about this exact video I'm talking about and brought up some great points, the strongest one being is there are human beings on that policy team, and there are sometimes biases with members of those teams. You know, they're human beings, and some of them are going to have biases. And there is the potential that someone there is sexist or racist. And Ludwig brings up good points about that. For example, his girlfriend's podcast gets demonetized way more than his does. And so he brings that up. Susan, the CEO, denies that it's a possibility, but it is a real possibility. And Corey is absolutely right in thinking that it could be a real possibility that someone on that policy team that has the decision-making power might be racist. Why was Corey the only one getting age restricted? And Corey also brings up another great point, which is every time Corey comes back, Corey takes hiatuses in between his content creation. Sometimes he'll be gone for like 4 or 5 months. And he'll come back and explode. He'll get #1 trending like every single day for 3 weeks straight. And then every time, like clockwork, he's hit with some kind of YouTube controversy. Last time it was getting a strike due to something from like a 4-year-old video, a 3-year-old video or something like that out of nowhere. And it's only when Corey comes back and starts getting popular again do they do something like this with age restriction or a strike or something like that. But in the breaks he takes, like the 5 months, the 9 months that he's not on YouTube, he never has problems. They don't strike anything. They don't, age restrict anything. It's only when he's back being popular that this kind of issue arises. And it's always over nothing. Like I said, Corey is probably one of the most advertiser brand-friendly content creators there is in the gaming space. He doesn't say bad words or anything bad. He even censors that kind of shit in the content of his video, like from the games he plays. So he goes the extra mile to be as brand-friendly and advertiser-friendly and family-friendly as you can be. So it can't be an issue of him just being, too hardcore for YouTube to support. That's just not the case. It has to be something else. Something maybe going wrong with the algorithm or potentially actual racism at the YouTube policy team. It's not impossible. Of course, there's no concrete evidence that there's any racists on the policy team, but since YouTube can't communicate these decisions, all you can do is guess as to the reason why things happen. Why was Corey the only one getting age restricted? We don't know. his YouTube representative doesn't fully know. The only ones that do are the policy team, and they don't communicate. So all you can do is take your best guess. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this situation, and that's about it. So yeah. A class action lawsuit has been filed against PlayStation for nearly $6 billion by a consumer champion named Alex Neil. Now, I'm not Saul Goodman, but if I was, I'd start planting cocaine right now, because this is a huge lawsuit that's going to need a miracle to win, I think. I'm not an expert here, but it does seem like this lawsuit's got teeth, and they're coming at Sony's throat. 6 billion clams. 6 billion barnacles. You know how much I love wackiness. I love wackiness more than Bubble Bass loves Krabby Patties, and this lawsuit's got me hyped. Now, this lawsuit is proudly brought to you by PlayStationYouOweUs.co.uk, which is a beautiful website name. Like, that's pretty aggressive. It reminds me of like a Roblox petition to get their V-Bucks back or something. But this was a site where people would sign up who felt wronged by Sony, and Alex Neil is the class representative. And on the site, there's a 5-point breakdown that talks about why they're trying to steam PlayStation's ham. So the first point being that Sony has a near monopoly on the sale of digital games and add-on content through its control of the PlayStation Store. Sony uses this dominance to enforce strict terms and conditions on game developers and publishers. These terms allow Sony to set the price of digital games and in-game content and charge a 30% commission on every purchase of digital games and in-game content from the PlayStation Store. This results in excessive and unfair prices to consumers for their digital games and in-game content. And these prices are all out of proportion to the costs of Sony providing these services to its consumers. So basically they're saying that Sony has used its dominant position in the market to unfairly overcharge consumers. Now, for reference, this was filed in the UK, and a brand new PS5 game in the UK will cost you about £70, which is the equivalent to $82 US. So I do think they're getting fucked in the ass a bit here. It's quite an overcharge if you ask me. And I'd love to see them win this lawsuit, you know. Power to the players, as PlayStation says. But the more I read into it, the less confident I feel that they'll be able to Fortnite dance on the grave of Sony with this lawsuit. I don't really think they're going to get a big W from it. And let me just explain why I think that. I'd love to be proven wrong. Like I said, I think it would be great if they actually did win this lawsuit, because I do believe they're being overcharged. But I don't think they have the strongest case here. Just looking at these first 5 points, the first one just stands out as factually incorrect. They're claiming that Sony has a near monopoly on the sale of digital games and add-on content, which is just blatantly wrong. I would slap you with a fat F on your report card if you submitted this to me. Like, that is just not true. There's Xbox, Nintendo, Steam, there's so many other digital games vendors out there. It's not just Sony. Now, if you're talking about PlayStation exclusives, then yes, Sony has a monopoly on the digital sale of the PlayStation exclusives. But if that is the claim, it needs to be a lot more clear, because with the wording here, it just makes it sound like you think Sony is the only console to exist and the only platform for digital games, which it isn't. The other thing that was confusing my little reptile brain was that 30% commission they mentioned, talking about how the Sony demands 30% cut of digital game and in-game purchase sales from the developers. That's not exclusive to just Sony. Xbox, Nintendo eShop, pretty much every digital game vendor has some kind of commission that they force. It's not just Sony, so I don't understand why they would target them specifically, since it's the industry norm. But I decided to spread the cheeks a little further, dig a bit deeper, and listen to what the UK consumers were saying. And it seems to be that in the competitors' shops, like the Nintendo eShop for example, they adjust their prices so that way the conversion makes sense and they're not being overcharged. Like a new Nintendo Switch game is £50, which when converted to like US dollars is about what we're paying in the States. However, when it comes to the PlayStation Store, that's not the case. So a new PlayStation 5 game in the States is $70, and in the UK it's £70. However, that converts to a lot more. That's 82 US dollars. They are just blatantly paying more. Instead of adjusting that price down to like £60 or whatever, they just keep it at that 70, and thus they're being overcharged. At least that's what I was reading from the UK consumers, which again, at the end of the day, it's blatantly obvious that they are paying a lot more for games than we are in the States, and I totally do agree that it is a ripoff. And Alex Neil, the class representative, has 14 years of experience as a consumer rights advocate. So it's not some joke of a lawsuit that was haphazardly thrown together by a faceless nobody. This isn't like that situation on Twitch where that guy tried to sue Twitch for like $100 million because he couldn't stop watching female streamers and ejaculating, and he tried to blame Twitch for a porn addiction. This isn't that case. This is a real legitimate case that Alex Neil has put together. But I just don't know if it's focused enough to actually win. It seems way too generalized and broad. And you can look no further than their own website, where at the very end of these 5 points, they made this statement that just seems a bit misguided to me. This just seems like another desperate effort to throw something at the wall and see what sticks. The business model of gaming has changed dramatically over recent years. The move from games sold as physical discs to games sold digitally has seen the introduction of in-game content, where players must now also pay to progress, unlock more features, or customize their experience with new characters or weapons. Games are now designed to incentivize players to spend as much money as possible, including children. We believe that customers are paying too much for these digital products and that they deserve to be treated better by Sony and compensated. Our legal action is the first of its kind against Sony in the UK. Now, I am never a fan of the think of the children argument. I don't see why they put this here at all, because this doesn't even really run in line with what the lawsuit's aiming for. This is talking about how predatory microtransactions have become the norm, which they have, and it's a huge issue. But that's not what this lawsuit's really about. It's about being overcharged by the PlayStation Store. Talking about predatory and greedy marketing practices from these games that are preying on children, or like fucking massive dopamine hits, dopamine fiends to spend more money, is an issue, yes, but it's not the issue that you're really aiming at here. You're not putting that in the crosshairs. And it's also not like Sony is the puppet master forcing all these developers to be greedy and put these microtransactions in the game. Like, let's say Diablo Immortal's on PS5. Sony has no say-so in what way they monetize that game. It's on their platform, sure, but it was Blizzard that decided to put all of those terrible, terrible microtransactions in there that are preying on, you know, people with a spending problem or children or whatever, not Sony. Now, if the argument Sony keeps those prices too high, then yes, I suppose there's a real argument to be made there that the price is still too high. But the way this is framed makes it sound like it was Sony that decided to put all of those there when it wasn't. It wasn't their decision to have all of those predatory business practices baked into those games. That was the developers. I just don't really get why it's mentioned here. Because let's say Sony brings the price down so that way it's more fair across the board, where, you know, if you're buying a microtransaction in a game in the UK, it costs exactly the same as what it costs me to buy it in the States. It still doesn't solve the core issue that you're bringing up here with the games being predatory, right? Like, this whole paragraph here is like almost like fear-mongering. Like, games have become really greedy, and it's partly Sony's fault to some degree, which is why we believe you need to be compensated fairly, and we believe you need to be treated better. Like, what exactly do you mean? Again, getting the price down on microtransactions doesn't solve the problem you just highlighted of them being greedy and intrusive. That's still going to exist. Even if you win every single bit of this case, those microtransactions are still going to be there from the developers because it wasn't Sony that put them there. And just one last thing, in the press release, Neil wrote, "The game is up for Sony PlayStation. With this legal action, I am standing up for the millions of UK people who have been unwittingly overcharged. We believe Sony has abused its position and ripped off its customers." Alex Neil hits us with an anime protagonist line saying, "The game's up, Sony. I caught you with your pants down, red-handed. It's time to face the music." And then in the press release, they also kind of frame it like the consumers didn't know they were being overcharged. But I just don't know how true that is. They kind of hint that it's Sony's fault that the consumers didn't know they were being overcharged. Like Sony was doing underhanded business tactics, when I just don't know if I believe that, because Sony doesn't really do anything besides just have a platform with a game and the price next to it, and you choose whether or not to buy it. Now, if you're not comparing that to the rest of the world's prices, then yeah, you would have no idea you're paying more than I am, for example. But it's not like it was Sony that was doing anything to mislead them, at least not that I've ever seen. They just put the games on their service with how much they cost, and it's up to the consumer if they find it to be a reasonable price or not. Now, if they do any research, they'll realize that they're paying more, and Australia especially is paying more than I am. Which is fucked up because there's no reason for it, but I don't think Sony has done anything to try and lead them down some false belief or anything. I think it's just a matter of they've been charging more and no one's really been questioning it, so they haven't changed it. And that's it. They haven't really been doing any kind of like propaganda to try and fool people into thinking that, you know, everyone's paying the same thing. And now that people are waking up to them being exploited, I think it's great that they're, you know, upset about it, because I don't think it's right. I don't think they should be paying more for no reason for the same game. It doesn't make any sense. But I just don't really like the way they talk about it in the press release, because they're putting that onus on Sony, that it was, you know, them keeping people in the dark, when it wasn't. They just put the games up and that was it. But anyway, overall, I really do hope they win this class action lawsuit, and hopefully the prices do change, because like I said, it's a whole bunch of baloney that you're paying significantly more money for the same game in the UK, Australia, wherever else. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for that. So hopefully this does bring about positive change, and wishing them the best of luck. I just wanted to bring this up because this is a big lawsuit. That's about it. So yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna
Good
sign
luck
off.
opening it.
Get the stream ready for Cuphead. Just need a little break before I start again. The track is still uploading to YouTube, so limited what I can do that there. Anyway, see you in about 30 minutes. Bye.